Annenberg Media.
This is the Annenberg Learner Podcast, where we aim to elevate the education profession through conversations that inspire, recognize, and encourage innovation and best practices in the field. We track the lived experience of teachers, students, and parents alongside the ecosystem that serves them. Guest speakers will share what's working and the steps we can take to reimagine and redesign teaching and learning for our most vulnerable populations.
Hello, welcome everyone to another episode of the Annenberg Learner Podcast. This episode is part 2 of Californians for All. In part 1, or episode 20, you can find that in your feed. We interviewed Josh Friday, the Chief Service Officer at the Office of the Governor, who spoke about College Corps, which helps create debt-free pathways to college while engaging college students across California to solve problems in their communities. And today, we welcome Tania Salinas, a Californians for All College Corps Fellow, who is engaged in service while completing her studies at Allen Hancock College. Tania is in her second year at Allen Hancock, majoring in agricultural science. Welcome, Tania.
Hello.
Hi, well, it's really exciting to have you today and hear about your year of service. Can you share a little bit about your cohort experience? My understanding is you're one of 3,200 College Corps Fellows this year. How's it going so far?
It's going really good. So where I am stationed is Fighting Back Sumio Valley. At the moment, it's on the education part of the 3 categories at her College Corps. And right now, what I'm doing is tutoring.
Great. Just as a refresher for everyone, if you didn't listen into our previous episode with Josh Friday, the College Corps Fellows serve in 3 key areas, including K-12 education, food insecurity, and climate change. And Tania, with us today, is working in education. Can you tell us about which students you're tutoring? Is it one, more than one? What grade levels? And what do you help them out with?
Well, the students that I tutor, it's a variety of grades, and they're foster students, depending on what they need help on, and get them to where they need to be. That's what I work with each student. So like right now, I think I have 6.
Got it. And what grade levels or ages are they?
From TK all the way till 7th grade.
Wow, that's a big range. Do you meet with them in person, online, or some other format?
They're all in person. I only have one student where I tutor at the school, and the other ones are all at home. I go to their homes.
You can subscribe to the Annenberg Learner Podcast on Apple or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Got it. So they must be really close to where you live and your university. Is that correct?
Yes.
Got it. And what has that been like to be serving in your own community? And can you let us know actually, where is Hancock College?
Hancock College is located in Santa Maria.
And is that where you're from as well?
Yes.
Great. So what is it like working with students that are in your own community that you grew up in and are studying there?
It's really nice helping the community. You just see how happy the kids get to see you, and you see that they're improving, like you're actually helping them. And every time that they see me, like they want more work, they want to be better. They told me like, one day I want to be just like you. It was like something heartfelt of helping the community.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's wonderful that they get the experience of working with someone like you that's older, accomplished, and working on her degree, and that also looks like the community and is from the community that you're serving. So you're working with TK through 7th. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've worked on with them, like what subjects or any projects that you've done?
With them, I've done math, English. More specific would be like with their grammar. There's some students that I have that don't know anything much. It could be probably because of the pandemic. It was online. Maybe they didn't get the subject very well. Some of them I start the basics, like the letters, the sound, and reading and from like kindergarten.
And how many hours a week are you working with students?
It varies. Sometimes they have appointments since they're like foster students. So it regulates maybe like 8 to 10 hours per week.
That's a lot considering you're going to school yourself.
Yeah.
Can you remind us again what you're studying?
I'm studying agricultural science at Ellen Hancock. I'm also doing agriculture education for me to transfer.
Okay. And what is that exactly? What's agricultural science and agricultural education?
As of what I've learned with agricultural science, the major, everything that's like plant science, animal science, fruit science, like knowing all the thing about agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
And then like later on, like once I'm finished with my degree, being a high school teacher.
Got it. Okay. So you want to teach.
Yes.
Awesome. And is that why you took on this role as a College Core Fellow?
Yes. So I can at least, obviously I know it wouldn't be like the high school level, but it's given me some knowledge like how to teach the students that I have.
So I'm happy to hear that, obviously, because we are all about having wonderful teachers and really advancing excellent teaching in schools. So really excited to hear that that's the path that you're on. And I'm curious, what makes you want to be a teacher?
Once I started high school, at first it was be a lawyer, and then I didn't like it, and then I had like this survey of ag, so it gives you like a little bit of knowledge of agriculture. And the teacher I had, like at that moment, I was like very quiet, so he motivated me to like do the ag, like all how he helps the students, because he helped me like me doing this today, like being able to talk to you. Like before, I wasn't capable of that. Like I kept everything on my own. Like I wouldn't like really be social as I am now. So now I want to do that to other students that might need help with their social skills, like how he did to me.
Well, you're doing fantastic, and I'm surprised to hear that that you were quiet before, and also just amazing to hear about those individuals that really change our lives and can have a significant influence on the path that we take, and also great to hear that now you're on that, and I'm sure you're impacting these 6 students that you're working with, and more to come as you complete your studies and become a classroom teacher.
As part of its mission to advance excellent teaching in American schools, Annenberg Learner funds and distributes educational video programs with coordinated online and print materials for the professional development of K-12 teachers. Many programs are also intended for students in the classroom and viewers at home with videos that exemplify excellent teaching. K-12 educators, students, and lifelong learners may access Annenberg Learner resources for free at learner.org. Please note, rights restrictions may limit the availability of some series. For the latest information about learner programming and availability, sign up for the Annenberg Learner newsletter at learner.org.
So similar to wanting to know about why you want to be a teacher, tell us about your interest in agriculture. Where did that come from?
It came from very little, since I was born in Idaho Falls. My dad was in the dairy industry, so I would always like be there helping him. We would sometimes make the hay bales with the tractor, and I would just like be there running around, and then feeding the cows. They're making their bottles of milk, and I just got so happy like being around animals and all the like taking care of stuff like the plants and all that.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I don't think we spend a lot of time thinking about. Like, where does the food that we're eating every day come from? And how do we get everybody the nutrients they need to be productive individuals in our society? So that's a great combo. Education and agricultural science is awesome. I'm curious, what has been most challenging for you in this role as a College Core Fellow? It sounds like you're juggling a lot, your own studies, and then being an inspiration and a teacher to others. What is most challenging for you?
Um, the thing that has been kind of challenging, is like making balance between like my schoolwork and focusing on like what I need to prepare for every time I have to go help them. So like making sure I have an activity for them or worksheets, or if they need help with something that probably they didn't get from the teachers, like if they need more help, just balancing it out.
Yes, time management gets us all. And it's a practice, so I'm sure you're getting better with time. How did you get prepared to be a tutor and to take on this additional service during your school year? What did that look like?
How I start to become a tutor, there wasn't really much to be prepared.
Mhm.
We did get like a little bit of training, and like we have I don't know, I would say like monthly meetings here with the service area that I am at. They have a teacher, so like she'll help us out. Oh, like you could use these worksheets and stuff like that.
That's great. And the monthly meetings, are these with other fellows, or are they with the teacher? What does that look like?
Um, yeah, it's with the other fellows and the teacher.
Great. So there are other fellows also working with the same, maybe same school or school district. Is that how it works?
Yeah, they're from the same college that I am at, and
Okay.
they're doing the same thing as me.
Great. That's good. So you sort of have a network or a support system for when things come up.
Yes.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm curious, what advice would you give future College Core fellows?
It was a little rough at the beginning to figure out when I would actually start. So I would just say, like, once you know you're already at your service, go there often to see what you could help on. So you could already, like, know the people who you're going to be working with. Since that's what I've been doing, and it's been helping me very much. So, like, if you're in the education category, print your papers there so you could get to know more people around there and just get used to the office, because that's what I've been doing, and it's really been helping me so much, like knowing each person that's at the office.
Yeah, that's really good advice. I'm hearing like taking the initiative to really get to know the people that the nonprofit that you're working with or the school district that you're working with
Mhm.
at the site level. That's great.
The Annenberg Foundation is a family foundation that provides funding and support to nonprofit organizations in the U.S. and globally. The foundation is dedicated to addressing the critical issues of our time through innovation, community, compassion, and communication. To learn more, go to annenberg.org.
Let's see, switching gears here a little bit. I read that you also serve as president of the Young Farmers and Ranchers Club at your campus. Can you speak about this organization and its purpose and your role as the leader?
The purpose of this organization is we take in people from the agriculture industry to our meetings. The students know like what you want to do, like what exactly in the agriculture industry you want to be.
Mhm.
So we've talked about the water issues. We've gone to field trips. Last year, we went to the Central Valley. We went for the pistachios, and then like
Mhm.
the water canal, I think it's called. We went bowling to like get connected with the students. In our college, there's not a lot of social events.
Mhm.
And my role as the leader, like the president of the meeting, I just make sure we have our agendas ready, like we know what we're doing for each meeting, get like everything ready.
Yeah, it sounds like a really interesting organization. And one thing that you mentioned about the water, we just went through a lot of rain, but I know that it's in the conversation about how California is going to handle having enough water for our for living, for our agricultural needs, for our food needs, all of that. And I'm excited to hear that people like you are studying this and helping to bring eyes and education around it so we can solve this. And I think it's going to come from people like you. Let's see, anything else that you'd like to share about what you're involved in at your college, aside from your service and everything else that you do?
Another program, I'm in this winter program, so it's help first generation students. I'm the first one in my family to go to college, and the one who's going to be transferring. They help me like when I need help, like with my classes, and we go to universities so we know which one we want to go to.
That's incredible. And congratulations on being first gen. That's not an easy feat to be doing the studying, the serving, and then getting ready for your next transition. It's a lot of transitions.
Yes.
So I think I heard you say that you'll be transferring at some point. When does that happen in your journey in education?
Next year.
Okay, so that's very exciting. Mm-hmm. And from what I heard about Californians for All and the College Corps is that you will walk away with a stipend that will help with some of your paying for college. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Great. And so you're doing 1 year of service. What happens after the year?
I'm not sure. I think they're still figuring out what happens. But as of right now, I don't really know what happens after the year.
Yes, that makes sense. It's year one, and we're right in the middle of it. So it's good to not quite get ahead of ourselves and be really present for the service that we're doing now.
The Annenberg Learner podcast is supported in part by Abre. Get real-time insights into what's working and what's not with K-12's #1 modern data solution, Abre. Learn more today at abre.io. That's ABRE.io.
Shifting gears here, what are you reading, watching, or listening to these days?
I try to read mostly journals, like of ag issues, because there's times where people from Young Farmers and Ranchers ask me questions. Mm-hmm. So I try to like at least know something. Watching, I just watch like reality TV shows.
Okay. Do you have a favorite?
At the moment, I'm watching the Keeping with the Kardashians.
Okay. Yes. I was going to say classic because it's been around for a while, but I don't know if it really falls in that category. And Tania, is there anything else that you would like to share with our learner audience?
I think I would want to share that being in College Corp has been like a very big opportunity that I didn't know I was going to get to, because as the process of how my college was saying about College Corp, I just saw it in my email and I applied. And I didn't know I was going to get in until I got the congratulations. So I would say things that are thrown in your way, opportunities, apply to them.
Wonderful advice. And thank you so much. I want to say congratulations to you for making this commitment. You're not only going to come out with a wonderful experience meeting your cohort and serving students and getting to practice what you'll be doing in your career, but you're also touching the lives of kids who have really been impacted by the pandemic, and hopefully working with you, they'll be able to see themselves going to college and having the kind of experiences that you're having. So congratulations to you, and thank you for being an inspiration to us all.
Thank you.
The Annenberg Learner podcast joins the catalog of multimedia professional learning content to support educators teaching in more effective ways. Annenberg Learner is the education division of the Annenberg Foundation. Learner supports the Foundation's mission to encourage the development of more effective ways to share ideas and knowledge. Go to learner.org or contact us at podcast@learner.org.
Annenberg Media.